Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I realize I should probably be doing the intros after I after I put on my makeup instead of before, so I don't always look like such a mess in the beginning of my videos. But you know, sometimes it's okay to just like be real and show the peeps that your face isn't that cute without makeup on. So today I am doing a little get ready with me slash Monday morning chats, just because I haven't really sat down and just chatted with you guys for a little while, and yeah, I just thought I would do that because sometimes, yes, it's great to like review products and do fashion videos and all of that, but I do also just want to be able to share other stuff that's going on in my head, because sometimes there's a lot, or sometimes it's just me wanting to share maybe some new like life insights that I've learned. So yeah, anyways, hopefully Monday morning chats will be coming back a little bit more frequently. I've been reading a lot of books lately, not like fiction books, but well, fiction books as well, but also just non-fiction books and self-help books and just books that are helping me grow. So I want to share some of those topics with you guys, and that's kind of what today's video is going to be based around. I just want to chat a little bit about habits, but yeah, let me just put some base on and let's chat. I also just realized I am not wearing my earrings, and I don't know, ever since I started wearing earrings, I always just feel so naked when I don't have them on now. So yeah, put in some earrings first and foremost. Alright, so I'm going to be moisturizing my face with my Kiehl's Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate, and then putting on my Aman Perfect Plum Primer after that. So I've been reading this book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, I think his name is. And I'm not finished yet, but I feel like it's already made such a, I don't know, impression on me. And I think maybe it's because I am currently going through a little bit something in my life that has given me the opportunity to just reset some of my habits, and I'll get a little bit more into that later. But if you guys haven't read the book, The Power of Habit, go and check it out. I'll link it down below. But yeah, just the idea of habits and how they work in our brain and the effect that they have on us has really interested me, even just in, well, in the past year, but even just in the last couple of months, because it's true, habits really do dictate everything we do. It really does. And you don't think that it does. You think that you're consciously making decisions to do certain things in your life, but if you really think about it, there are so many things in our day-to-day life that are dictated by the habits that we have developed that you don't even, yeah, like you don't even realize that they are being dictated by habits, and that these decisions that you're making, these actually, well, non-decisions that you're making, can be changed if you can just find the source, find out what that habit is, what the cause of the habit is, and just change certain aspects of it. Anyways, it kind of all started when I read the book The Compound Effect. Another really great book, by the way. If you guys haven't read it, go and check it out. I'll link it down below. Compound Effect also just talks about how implementing the tiniest change in your life can snowball and just lead to some really, really amazing, big, extraordinary changes in your lifestyle. And it all starts by you building better habits and just figuring out exactly what you're trying to achieve, first of all, and then what little tweaks that you need to make in your life to achieve them. And I know probably a lot of you, sorry, also, I used the Giorgio Armani Face Fabric Skin Makeup. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Creaseless Concealer. Anyways, I know a lot of you have probably heard that habits can be built in 21 days. If you are able to maintain this habit that you're trying to build, or a routine that you're trying to build for 21 days, it should hypothetically stick. But what the book The Power of Habits says is that in order for a habit to stick, you need to not only implement it like a cue, a reward, but you need to build a craving in your brain for that reward. So for example, let's use the habit of working out, for example, right? So The Power of Habit says that each habit, it is built within a habit loop. So there is the cue, there is the actual habit, and then there's the reward. So the cue is kind of what triggers your brain to execute that habit. So for example, the cue for me waking up super early in the morning and being a morning person could be the sunrise. The cue for a dog's dinner time could be the dinner bell that their owner rings. An example that they give in the book is the cue of the habit of us brushing our teeth is actually when they created Pepsodent, I think that's what it's called, but it was like the first toothpaste to create kind of a minty kind of tangly taste in your mouth, and that has become the cue for our habit of brushing our teeth. Wow, I totally explained that super crappily. What I meant to say is that tingly feeling is actually the reward, and the cue for us brushing our teeth is the film that we feel on our teeth. Okay, back to the video. So going back to the workout example, the cue of us working out, you could potentially make it like you lacing up your shoelaces, or you making your protein shake in the morning, or you making your pre-workout shake in the morning. Whatever it is, every habit loop starts with a cue, a trigger in your brain to automatically perform that habit. And then at the end of the habit loop, there's got to be something that is like a reward. So for the workout example, the reward could be the endorphin kick that you get after a workout. The reward could be looking into the mirror and seeing yourself in a better light. The reward could be looking better in bikinis. Whatever it may be, there needs to be a big enough of a reward. And when I say big, I mean it just needs to be worth it in your mind for you to want to execute this habit. And then there also, again, needs to be a cue for your brain to trigger. Okay, when this cue happens, I perform this habit, and then I will get this reward. Anyways, I don't want to get too into the scientific aspect of it, but if you're interested in all of that, the power of, I keep wanting to say the power of now. The Power of Habit is excellent at explaining the entire process, and it gives tons and tons of real life historical examples of habit loops and how they are like just pretty much life-changing. So yeah, go and read it. But personally, like I said, I have been going through something in my personal life recently that has opened up some more time for myself to do some, I guess, personal development and just try to grow a little bit. And as you know, that happens in everybody's life. It's not just like something that I'm going through, obviously, but whether it's the end of a relationship, or maybe you quit your job, or whatever it may be, there are things in our life that is going to open up extra time in our week to focus on other things. And you really should focus your time and energy and headspace on something else rather than dwell on the fact that there is now this empty time block in your life, because dwelling on that is not going to get you anywhere, and it's just going to make you sad. So for me, that happened, and I guess I've just been really looking into healthy habits that I want to develop for myself to replace some of those empty spaces or empty time blocks, or maybe even just like replacing some of my bad habits. So the workout habit is definitely something that I am trying to re-implement into my life. I'm the kind of person that pretty much I will go into this like workout craze for a little while, and usually it happens like middle of winter slash like kind of closer to end of spring, because those are the times. I don't know why, it's just every year it seems like during the middle of the winter all of a sudden I'm like, no, I don't want to be fat anymore, let's kill this. And then of course end of spring for like summer body, I always like get a kick of working out, but it has never been really consistent for me. Like I will go for, I don't know, 4 times a week for 2 months straight, and then all of a sudden I'll drop off and go like once every 3 weeks. And I just don't want it to be such an inconsistent part of my, sorry, I burped. I just don't want it to be such an inconsistent part of my life anymore. And so yeah, reading this book has really made me think about how can I implement these healthy habits in a more consistent way, because I want to be somebody who cares about my health and wellness and mentality and like overall fitness more than just in a seasonal way, and more than just when I experience something sad. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to replace feelings of sadness and emptiness with wanting to grow yourself, and that's great. I'm so glad that I've become somebody who automatically does that, who automatically looks towards the positive and looks towards personal growth and building myself and developing myself as a replacement to sadness. That's amazing. I'm happy about that. But what I want to achieve now is to make that growth and development and that self-discovery and that self-care a habit in my daily life, in my weekly life, in my monthly life, in my yearly life. Like, I don't want it to be so inconsistent anymore. Slightly off topic, but also kind of on topic, I guess. Another habit that I've been building is writing morning pages. And if you guys don't know what morning pages are, a quick description of it is a daily 3-page writing of just like stream of consciousness writing, either in the morning, or some people do it in the afternoon, but just to get everything that's in your head out onto paper. And I've always been somebody who journals. I have my little like diary on my bedside table. Yeah, and I've journaled ever since I was young, and I have all of those journals still, but usually it's something that I do before bed just to like recap my day. But yeah, I've always been somebody who journaled, but never in the morning. And ever since I started morning pages, I'm about like a week in, I really do find that I am so much more focused and productive, because I was able just to get all of my days, weeks, whatever amount of times, worries onto paper, so that it's not cluttering my head anymore. And I know it seems kind of like such an objective subject, like how some people might think, how is me writing all my problems gonna make them go away? And it doesn't make them go away, but it just helps clear the headspace that you need to kind of get on with your day. Because me especially, and I know probably for a lot of people as well, I get into my own head really easily, and when I do, it's like a deep dark hole that is so hard to climb out of. So yeah, I just find that getting all of the craziness that's in here onto paper, like at like first thing in the morning, just kind of helps me not get back in there until at least like way later at night. But yeah, just from doing morning pages in the last week or so, I've been able to come to the realization and acknowledge the fact that I am the type of person that really easily becomes complacent. And what I mean by that is, whenever I feel that I am either ahead of my peers in certain aspects of my life, or that I am comfortable with where I am in life, it's really easy for me to slip into this place of complacency and for me not to focus on growth anymore. And I find that it's that way in a lot of different aspects of my life. For example, in my career, when I'm feeling comfortable and stable in a job position, all of a sudden I'm not really looking forward to like maybe working towards a raise, or maybe it's what position I want to be in next. Like when I get comfortable, I'm just like, okay, this is great, this is fine, I'm okay with this, let's just stick with this. And I'm not saying that in that example specifically, I'm not saying you should be like jumping jobs or like whatever, but you should always be looking towards growing and developing and what's next. Another example would be when I'm in a relationship. When I am in a relationship with somebody and I get comfortable with somebody, I find that all of a sudden other aspects of my life start to pause. So sometimes that's even my fitness goals, sometimes that's the way I eat, that always declines when I'm in a relationship. I don't know, I just find that there are other aspects of my life that I start to neglect, especially in like the personal growth and development kind of side. I just start to neglect it all, and I'm like, I'm so comfortable being with this person and working at this job and living here and whatever, that I just stop thinking about what's next and what I want to do next and how I should grow myself next. And I don't know, I'm not okay with that anymore. I don't want to be okay with that. And again, that's why this topic has been so heavily in my head and in my journals and in my morning pages, is because I want to build personal growth and development into a habit. Does that make sense? Am I like just talking out of my ass right now? Does this make any sense? Pretty much, if none of that made any sense to you, what I'm trying to say is I'm just trying to focus on growing myself and focus on building myself and focus on self-care. And I think that is pretty much going to be my goal for the next year, despite the immature side of me that wants to be like, just stay where you are, just chill now. Now it's time to chill, it's time to relax, it's time to whatever, just enjoy your life at the stage that it is. What the thing that I've gone through has taught me, and I'm glad that it did, is that I have become a little bit complacent since the beginning of the year, and I don't want that. I don't want to become complacent. I don't want to be complacent. I'm 23 years old. This is like my prime time to go out and kill it, to figure out what I want to do, to build a career for myself, to go out and network, to meet people, and just to really build the right foundations to what I want my life to be. And I mean, I have set kind of like goals for me for the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and all of that, but I'm not even looking at like the life I want as in like how much income I want to make, what kind of house I want to live, where I want to live. I just mean the foundations, like literally the bare bones. This is the time for me to set all of the right habits for myself, so that if I start now and build all these amazing great habits for myself, like working out, like eating healthy, like waking up early, like whatever it may be, it's gonna compound, and maybe like 7 years down, I'm gonna be so much happier with myself, in so much better of a mental state. I'm gonna be confident, and not saying I'm not confident now, but more confident, more sure of myself, more happy, and just overall like a better person. Because those things don't just come, they need to be worked on, and if I don't start now, it's never gonna happen for me. So we're starting now. But yeah, I hope this wasn't too confusing of a video for you guys. Honestly, I think partially why I do these Monday morning chats is just because, I mean, I obviously write about these topics a lot, but I also just want to be able to like vocalize it. And usually when I hang out with my friends, like we are not having like 10 a.m. deep conversations. Obviously I have great conversations with my friends, but sometimes being with my friends is my time to just chillax and just not think about all of these things. So it's nice to be able to get it all out vocally, and just be able to share it with you guys. And maybe some of you feel the same. Maybe some of you are also going through something right now, or maybe you're just looking for some direction, because I think even, I want to say like 3 years ago, if I had these books, or if I had somebody to talk about these things with, I would be in so much of a better place even now. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's ever too late to learn. I'd rather learn it now and build it moving forward than have not learned it at all. And yeah, I'm glad that now I actually really enjoy reading self-help books. I've always tried to read self-help books, like probably since high school, but in high school I was kind of like, what the fuck is this? Like, this does not apply to me at all. But now that I am kind of in this like adulting period of my life, all of these books all of a sudden make sense, and I'm like, god damn, that's what it means. Shit. But yeah, if you guys feel the same way, if you guys have something to share, maybe a lesson, maybe a story, DM me on Instagram, or comment me below, or tweet me, or email me. I want to hear your stories, and I want to hear what you're going through, and whether you're going through the same thing, or maybe you have lessons for me and you're like, Angel, you're doing it all wrong. Here are my tips. Message me. I want to like connect with you guys. Alright, I think that concludes my Monday morning chats for this week. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!